Why leaks? That's a weird way of describing it. So I'm having like a weird mental image of it like coming out of people's orifices. Ew. What's up, Rat Fam? I'm back again with another SCP Creatures video because you guys just keep requesting to see more of this, and I'm really enjoying diving into this terrifying world of nightmare fuel, using the comments you've left suggesting more of these SCP creatures that you would like to see us explore. Yeah, so let's go do that. Let's find more ways to be terrified of things. What? So let's get to it. If you've seen my previous SCP videos, wow, I keep saying that and like I keep almost messing up again. I was doing so good. You know how I like to set these videos up. But if not, and this is your first video, hi, hello, my name's Kaylena. I hope you hit subscribe and join the Rat Fam today. In these videos, I like to focus on just the description of the terrifying creature because I want to see like what they're about and why, again, they are just so darn scary. But if you want to go explore more, if you want to see the entire file, which sometimes they're very long and detailed and full of redacted, spooky information, as always, I leave a link in the video description to the site so you can go explore further to your heart's content. So the first SCP we're going to cover today is SCP-055, and the name of this one is unknown. So that's interesting. Got no clues on what this one's about. Love jumping into these completely unknowingly. This SCP belongs to Object Class Keter, and let's just dive right into the description because there's no picture. So again, we're really going in unknowing on what nightmare awaits us. How fun. SCP-055 is a self-keeping secret or anti-meme. Information about SCP-055's physical appearance, as well as its nature, behavior, and origins, is self-classifying. To clarify, how Site-19 originally acquired SCP-055 is unknown. When SCP-055 was obtained and by whom is also unknown. Okay, so a lot of unknowns, a lot of unknown things. So what is it and why should we be scared of it? And I don't understand this one bit. The SCP's physical appearance is also unknown. Okay. And is not indescribable or invisible. Individuals are perfectly capable of entering the SCP's container and observing it, taking mental or written notes, making sketches, taking photographs, and even making audio or video recordings of it. So they're saying this SCP is like an actual being. People have witnessed this being. Is it like controlling people's memory and like erasing any evidence people have made of it? Is it kind of like a vampire doesn't have a reflection type deal? An extensive log of such observations is on file. However, information about the SCP's physical appearance leaks out of a human's mind soon after such an observation. Okay, so this thing is controlling people's minds. It has to be. Why leaks? That's a weird way of describing it. So I'm having like a weird mental image of it like coming out of people's orifices. Ew. Individuals tasked with describing the SCP afterwards find their minds wandering and lose interest in the task. So it's not simply like they're forgetting. It's like something's actually making them forget like their whole interaction with these things. So it's not even like they can't recall specific details, you know, it's not like it's saying it's like a blank spot in their mind. It's like the whole interaction with them for some reason is almost untouchable in their memory. But if they lose interest in it, then it's manipulating more than just their memory. It's then, you know, controlling the person's behavior. Okay, well that's terrifying, that's scary, okay. Who authorized the construction of the SCP's containment room, why it was constructed in this way, or what the purpose of the described containment procedures may be are all unknown. Despite SCP's container being easily accessible, all personnel at Site-19 claim no knowledge of its existence when challenged. What? Okay, I'm very confused by this because if they're creating logs or photographs or recordings while actually in the presence of the SCP, where does the physical evidence go? Are things getting erased from the physical like files, or like if it's written on paper, is that being erased? Are these photographs and audio recordings being manipulated to where like it can't pick up its voice or its physical appearance after they turn off the camera or recorder? Or do those things exist? Like it's like in one ear out the other kind of situation where they can't recall anything immediately after. So like it doesn't matter if they reread the sentence 50 times or look at the photograph every time they forget, it's still not going to adhere to their memory. I'm gonna go with that one because it said it was observable, so they have to know that it's observable, right? Well, that's a weird one. Apparently it presents a major physical threat also, and indeed may have killed many hundreds of personnel. 1800s. They don't know what it's done because anything that it is involved in is erased from people's memory as soon as they learn about it. So it doesn't matter. One thing I will say about this though is that the unknown can certainly be more terrifying than what you do know, because if you don't know what it's capable of or what it's done. And that can be really scary because then you don't know how to combat it. And I don't know why I keep doing this. The next SCP we are diving into is SCP-1471. It's called Mallow version 1.00. So apparently it's some sort of SCP that takes on the form of an app or a program. Oh, okay. Well, that's certainly a terrifying picture. I don't like that one bit. Oh, that is so scary. This SCP belongs to object class Euclid. I cannot stop staring at that picture. It is like looking into my soul. I hate that so much. That is pure nightmare fuel. That is the next time I have sleep paralysis. That's what I'm gonna see, hanging over me while I'm laying in bed, unable to move, sweating in fear. That thing is going to be peering into my soul. So thanks whoever suggested this one. SCP-1471 is a free 9.8 megabyte application for mobile devices called Mallover 1.0.0. That is really hard to say. Malware. Okay, we're gonna go with that. In online application stores. But I feel like I should make a disclaimer. If you go into the App Store and look this up, do some research beforehand in case someone took an opportunity from this story being so popular and developing maybe malware or something and forming it into an app. So, just do some research in case you're curious about that. I wouldn't trust it though. The SCP has no listed developer and is somehow able to bypass the application approval process to go directly to distribution. Okay, yep, that sounds like a virus. Definitely don't download that. The SCP is also able to avoid removal by other program manager applications. So once this thing latches on to someone's phone, GG's, it is there forever, I guess. The SCP will then begin to send the individual images through text messaging every 3 to 6 hours. Well, that's very frequent. I'm assuming these pictures are not going to be nice because that picture is very creepy. And actually the caption of the picture says last image received by the SCP 14719405 before being rendered inoperative. So I imagine it's going to be pictures like that. All images will contain SCP-1471-A, either within the background or foreground. SCP-1471-A appears as a large humanoid figure with a canid-like skull and black hair. Yep, so it's that thing. That's a picture of the SCP. Oh yeah, that's some nightmare fuel. I would not want pictures of that thing being text messaged to me every 3 to 6 hours. During the first 24 hours following the installation of the SCP, the mobile device will receive images taken at locations commonly frequented by the individual. So this creepy creature will appear on maybe your path to work or to your grocery store or in your classroom. Okay, so making it even more terrifying because then it's places that you identify and know that you travel to frequently. So that thing might still be lurking there. Oh, that's fun. After 48 hours, the mobile device will receive images taken at locations that were recently visited by the individual. So literally work or maybe outside your house or your friend's house. Oh, so fun. Maybe even your car. This is definitely a weird SCP. After 72 hours, the mobile device will receive images of the individual in real time with the SCP appearing within close proximity to the subject. Oh, so now this thing's stalking you. I literally have goosebumps in my body. That is terrifying. Stalking's terrifying. Paranormal creatures are terrifying. Put those two things together and that is too terrifying. Individuals with more than 90 hours of exposure to these continuous images will begin to briefly visualize the SCP within their peripheral vision. Continuing exposure to the SCP after this point will cause irreversible and sustained visualizations of the SCP. So you will be seeing this thing every time you turn your head, everywhere you look, when you close your eyes, when they're open. It don't matter. It's always going to be there in your view frame, waiting and looking at you. Oh no. Okay. That's too much. That's too scary. Individuals at this stage have reported periodic attempts made by the SCP to visually communicate with them, but fail to understand or comprehend the actions. Okay, so yeah, again, really don't download an app that's presented as, this SCP. Because while it might just be harmless fun, someone wants to, spook ya, scare you a little bit, it could also possibly maybe be something not so great. So, don't take chances. Oh, that's a really weird SCP though, because it's not saying it's hurting anybody. So it's not saying its end goal is to hurt anybody, because it's saying it's trying to communicate with the people, but they just can't understand it. So why would it not want to hurt people, but it wants them to know that it's always there following them? I can't wrap my head around it. Oh, that's creepy. Don't like that. Okay, I don't even want to think about it. Let's move on to the last one. We are going to jump to an SCP that I think is like the most requested SCP so far. A lot of you want to see me cover this, so I'm very scared because there's just so many of you guys saying like I have to cover this, and like I don't know why, and I know you all like to play me dirty sometimes, so. But this one is called SCP-999, and it is called the Tickle Monster, and I just don't know how to feel about that. So this SCP is object class safe, and that's the first time we've ever covered an SCP with that object class so far, I believe. So maybe this SCP is already contained, or is it a joking one and one that isn't actually to be feared? I'm very cautious. SCP-999 appears to be a large, amorphous, gelatinous mass of translucent orange slime, weighing about 54 kilograms or 120 pounds, with a consistency similar to that of peanut butter. Okay, that is a very interesting mental image that this is giving me. Okay, so a big wad of orange peanut butter. Maybe it's like the Blob though. So it's like a, you know, like an OG horror classic type monster. Subject's size and shape is easily malleable and can change shape at will. Though when at rest, SCP-999 becomes a round oblate dome roughly 2 meters wide and 1 meter in height. Can it turn itself into a person? Because then that can be scary. The SCP's body is filled with a viscous orange substance of unknown chemical makeup. So it's not orange juice or peanut butter, though it is capable of digesting organic materials with ease. Okay, so kind of like the Blob, right? Can this thing like absorb humans? The subject's temperament is best described as playful and dog-like. When approached, SCP-999 will often react with overwhelming elation, slithering to the nearest person and leaping upon them, hugging them with a pair of pseudopods while nuzzling the person's face with a third pseudopod, all while emitting high-pitched gurgling and cooing noises. I am so confused by this thing. Okay, so it's not scary. It's a blob dog. That's kind of cute though. Simply touching SCP-999's surface causes an immediate mild euphoria, which intensifies the longer the person is exposed to the SCP and lasts long after the separation from the creature. Oh, well, that's really sweet. So this is like a creature that should be shared with the world, shouldn't it? If it's like making people happy and it's like adorable and like wants to be around people, why is it being locked up? Maybe because then people would question like what other things exist. Subject's favorite activity is tickle wrestling, often by completely enveloping a person from the neck down and tickling them until asked to stop. But that idea of being covered from the neck down by this gelatinous thing, that's a little unnerving. I wouldn't like that. Though injuries may occur, the SCP has never been found to purposefully attempt to harm others and will immediately back away and contract its body into a quivering mound while gurgling in a manner similar to a whimpering dog, seemingly apologizing for hurting the person on accident. Well, that's so sweet and sad. While the creature will interact with anyone, it seems to have a special interest in those that are unhappy. People suffering from depression or PTSD have reported having far more positive outlook on life after multiple interactions with the SCP. The possibility of manufacturing antidepressants from SCP slime is currently being discussed. This SCP loves all animals, refusing to eat any meat. It won't, harm any other being. SCP's diet consists of candy and sweets. Well, that just touched my heart. Y'all, I needed this today. Well, this was a pleasant switch up on this channel. I'm so used to covering the terrifying, scary things on the internet, and y'all did me so nice by telling me to read this. Thank you. That was so... You guys are the best. Well, this was certainly an interesting mix of SCP creatures. We had, a very confusing one, a very creepy one that was also confusing, and then an adorable one to really just end the day on a high note, which was really... That was really, appreciated. But thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please give this video a big thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it and want to see more. And if you want to see more SCP creature coverage, please leave your suggestion down below in the comments and it might be included in a video in the future. And if you haven't seen it yet, I posted a video yesterday and it'll be on the screen right now. So if you want to go check that out or any previous videos that you may have missed, you can go do that. And until next time, keep the redness, and I'll see you real soon. Bye. Man, SCP, just when you think you understand it a little bit, you don't. You don't. There's just so much more to learn.